Welcome back to my channel, where I bring you the latest news from around the world. Palestinians flee northern Gaza after Israel orders 1 million to evacuate as ground attack looms. Today, we have some troubling news coming out of the escalating conflict in the Middle East. As you may have heard, Israel has ordered 1 million Palestinians to evacuate as a ground attack looms in northern Gaza. This is an unprecedented move, and it has sent shockwaves throughout the region. Families are packing up their belongings and fleeing for their lives, not knowing what the future may hold. The UN has warned that such a mass exodus could lead to calamitous consequences, and they have implored Israel to reverse its order. But the situation on the ground remains perilous. Israel has been carrying out airstrikes in southern Gaza, and ground troops have conducted temporary raids to search for weapons and evidence of missing hostages. Hamas militants have called on people to stay in their homes, claiming that the evacuation order is just psychological warfare. Many Palestinians are struggling with indecision, not knowing whether to stay or leave. They fear that nowhere is safe in their tiny territory under constant bombardment by Israeli airstrikes. Gaza is sealed off from food, water, and medical supplies and is under a virtual total power blackout. With nowhere to turn, they are left with the grim reality of just trying to survive each day. As tensions run high in the region, we can only hope for a peaceful resolution to this crisis. But for now, the people of northern Gaza are facing an uncertain future, and we can only watch as events unfold. Teacher dead after terrorist stabbing at French school, officials say. We bring you the heart-wrenching news of a horrifying terrorist attack that claimed the life of a brave teacher at a French school. Join me as we uncover the details and try to make sense of this tragic incident that has left a whole community in mourning. As the story unravels, we will dive deep into the facts, examples, and logic surrounding this devastating event. It's crucial to understand the context correctly, and together we will seek answers, discuss the implications, and honor the memory of the fallen teacher. Prepare yourself for an informative and emotional journey as we explore the impact of this terrorist stabbing and how it has shaken the foundations of a local school. This video aims to offer a platform for reflection, discussion, and solidarity in the face of such senseless violence. Join me in raising awareness about the importance of security measures in educational institutions and the need for unity during times of crisis. It's essential to stand together and support those affected by this tragedy as we strive for a safer and more peaceful world. Poland faces a pivotal election. Observers say it isn't a fair vote. From political controversies to media manipulation, we'll explore the alarming accusations against the ruling party and how they have impacted the country's democratic institutions. Will Poland's voice be heard or silenced? Throughout the video, we'll provide you with insightful facts, eye-opening examples, and logical explanations, ensuring that you have a clear understanding of the challenges faced by Polish voters. Prepare to be shocked as we reveal the distortions caused by state-controlled media, controversial referendums, and new electoral rules. But that's not all. We'll also discuss the consequences of this election for Europe and the United States, and why it's crucial for all of us to pay attention to the outcome. The future of Poland's democracy hangs in the balance, and it's up to us to shine a light on the truth. There was no air force, no soldiers, we were alone, says Hamas massacre survivor. In a world filled with turmoil and violence, it is the stories of survivors that remind us of the importance of hope and resilience. Meet Mohammed, a survivor of the 2014 Hamas massacre in Gaza. It was a bright sunny day, and the air was filled with the sound of children playing. But all of a sudden, everything changed. The visuals can show the serene beauty of the city before the event. In Muhammad's words, there was no air force, no soldiers, we were alone. The visuals can show the chaos that followed the event, with people running for their lives and the city in complete disarray. Muhammad takes a moment to remember the people he lost during that day and how their innocent lives were sacrificed for the political gain of others. The visuals can show the aftermath of the attack, with destroyed houses and grieving families. Muhammad believes that the world needs to know what happened on that fateful day and how it affected the lives of countless innocent people. The visuals can show Muhammad addressing the media and trying to raise awareness about the event. Despite the trauma and pain, Muhammad is a living example of hope and resilience. He credits his family and community for helping him get through the difficult times. The visuals can show Muhammad interacting with his family and friends, and how they have supported him through thick and thin. Police step up security from California to New York. Fear grows after Hamas leader calls for a day of jihad. Today, we're talking about a concerning development in the United States that's causing law enforcement agencies to react. Police from San Jose to New York City are ramping up patrols at Jewish schools and places of worship on Friday, as a Hamas leader calls for a day of jihad. The leader is urging his followers to take to the streets and deliver a message of anger. In response, some Jewish institutions are closing their doors on Friday, while others remain open with heightened security. This is a particularly troubling situation, as senior Hamas official Ali Baraka revealed that the Hamas attack on Israel had been planned for 2 years. Former Hamas chief Khalid Meshal called for protests across the Muslim world on Friday. This is a particularly troubling situation, as senior Hamas official Ali Baraka revealed that the Hamas attack on Israel had been planned for 2 years. Former Hamas chief Khalid Meshal called for protests across the Muslim world on Friday. The revelation of a meticulously planned attack that occurred over a span of 2 years has sent shockwaves through the international community. It highlights the strategic and calculated nature of Hamas actions, raising concerns about the organization's capabilities and intentions. The fact that this attack was not a spontaneous act of violence, but rather the result of careful planning, amplifies the gravity of the situation. It raises questions about the extent of Hamas' influence and coordination, as well as the potential for future attacks. As Khalid Meshal urges protests across the Muslim world, the situation remains volatile and tense. The international community must be vigilant in monitoring and addressing the ongoing conflict, recognizing the need for a peaceful resolution that respects the rights and security of all parties involved. Russia mounts largest assault in months in eastern Ukraine. In today's video, we have some incredibly urgent and shocking information to share with you. Brace yourselves as we dive deep into the latest developments in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. This is a story you absolutely cannot afford to miss. We start off with the title of our video, Breaking: Russia mounts largest assault in months in eastern Ukraine. This is not just another update in the conflict, it's a major escalation that demands our focused attention. We'll be dissecting every aspect of this assault, providing you with the facts, examples, and logical analysis to truly understand the gravity of the situation. Now, let's jump straight into the heart of the matter. Our first section involves understanding the context and unraveling the intricate timeline of events leading up to this point. We'll analyze satellite imagery, social media posts, and intelligence reports to piece together the puzzle of Russian aggression. To complement this narration, we'll showcase visuals of the moving armor and heavy weaponry, as well as the critical moments that have brought us to the present crisis. Moving on to the next section, we'll delve into the response of world powers and the high-stakes negotiations that failed to prevent this invasion. We'll explore the demands made by Russia, the rejection by the United States and NATO, and the looming threat of severe economic sanctions. This part will be accompanied by visuals of diplomats, press conferences, and tense diplomatic moments to bring you directly into the heart of the international response. As we continue, we'll shift our focus to the warnings of a Russian invasion and the critical decision points that were missed along the way. We'll zoom in on the conflicting perceptions between the United States, Ukraine, and Russia, highlighting how these differences delayed crucial actions and influenced the course of events. Expect visuals featuring key leaders, press briefings, and maps that illustrate the evolving dynamics on the ground. Now, prepare yourselves for the climactic moment. We'll be exploring the full-scale land, sea, and air invasion announced by President Putin. We'll investigate the targets, military assets, and cities affected by this onslaught. And as we deliver this shocking narration, visuals will showcase the devastation caused by missile strikes, shelling, and bombing attacks. Brace yourselves, as this part may be difficult to watch. We'll wrap up our video by delving into the aftermath of this invasion. We'll examine the impact on civilians, including apparent war crimes committed by Russian forces. We'll also explore the humanitarian crisis, the crippling effects on the global food supply, and the broader consequences of the conflict. Throughout this section, visuals will provide a glimpse into the destruction, the suffering, and the urgent need for international action. And that's a wrap, my friends. This video has been a roller coaster ride through the latest developments in Ukraine. Remember to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and, most importantly, stay informed. This is a crucial moment in history, and together, we can shed light on the truth. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe, and take care.